Hi, this is Rob from Access, and we're talking FIFA 14 on the PS4. I'm joined by Nick from EA. Nice to meet you, Nick. How are you?
Great to be here. Yeah, really good.
And so, when you change generations, I guess building an engine for a new generation is quite a challenging thing. What are the key things you have to think about when you're building your new engine for FIFA 14?
I think that the key for us is it's kind of cool because you've got more power, you've got more memory. And there's plenty of that now on PlayStation 4, and it's just like, okay, these are the things we can now do. We've been wanting to do this for a while. As we've been through the last sort of console cycle, you get to a limit. There's only so many animations you can put in your game. There's only so many things that you can do, and it's really nice those sort of shackles to come off. So, for us, it's just been about, we've got all this memory, add animation. Got more processing power. What are the cool things that we can do? So, if you look at animation, for us, it's a lot more variety. We've only really had like a few passing animations in the game. We've never had unique passes for through balls. But it's not just about the variety, it's also allowing us to do more things. So as an example, we never had the animation coverage to, receive a pass and then, move and turn in 180 degrees. It was more of a take the ball and turn kind of thing. Whereas now we can make that one fluid motion. Again, because we have more memory, more animation coverage. Other things as well is, at times, you sometimes wouldn't get a shot, you wouldn't get a header because, again, we didn't have that angle for animation within the game. So, the game feels more natural. But we can also have new header types, now downward headers, flick headers. So ultimately different ways to score that we've not had before. So that's really, cool from that sense. It's going to make the game more authentic. It's going to make it more varied. And then on the sort of processing side, the sort of horsepower side, we're doing some incredible innovations around physics. So, as you probably know, a couple of years ago we introduced the Player Impact Engine, which really made collisions look great in our game. But what we're now able to do on top of that is innovate where we can now give players not only good-looking collisions, but they can now anticipate what's coming, they now have awareness. And what that's doing and playing out in the game is the two-player battles are now really feeling amazing. So, players can now use their body position to win back the ball. And when you watch modern football, players win back the ball a lot of the times now without tackling. Generally in FIFA you have to use a tackle to get back the ball. You can now obviously do tackling, but you can now use your body. You can, as a defender, I can get my body between you and the ball. That's a very natural thing, and it's something we never really had the accuracy in our game to have, but now we can on PlayStation 4.
Fantastic. You talked a lot there about the physics of the game, how realistic it feels, but of course another element to being authentic in football is the look of the game, how it looks, like the crowds and the songs they sing. What have you been able to do on PS4 in that respect that you haven't been able to do on PS3?
Yeah. So I'm really excited at Gamescom because last Gamescom, and probably the one before that and the one before that, possibly the number one question was, when are you going to make your crowds look good? We get it all the time, and we understand it. Well, I think now our crowds look amazing. So full 3D crowd, and again, that's simply the power of the machine. We couldn't get that that in there. And to take advantage of that, to create this living world, we've also lowered the camera. So the camera is now lower for gameplay. It's a lot of work, a lot of polish, and we're really, really happy with how it's playing, and the fact that now you come to that lower camera, you don't want to go back. It plays really, really well, and it brings the crowd into view, and which ultimately enhances the atmosphere. When you're looking down on the pitch, you don't know which stadium am I in. Are the crowd going crazy? And it's also the little things. Like one of my favourite things, go to the Emirates. You've got the home and away fans sitting next to each other. A goal goes in, Arsenal score, home fans go up. There's obviously disappointment in the away fans, and again, these are the things we've not been able to do before. On top of that, we've got great new visuals. Much higher poly models. Facial animations. The cloth, wrinkles, just looking so much better than we've ever been able to do before.
From a nerdy perspective, what I love is like going into replay mode and zooming in on the fabric of the kits and seeing them ripple and stuff. Are we going to get more kind of authentic rippling? Will shirts come untucked mid-game and stuff like that?
Ultimately we've got a cloth simulation now. In terms of them coming untucked in the game, we're not there yet. But you'll see the cloth moving, you can see the wrinkles as the players are running, and again, it's something we've not just haven't been able to do. There's authentic cloth on the shorts as well. So it's a really exciting time, and I think the key for us was to take that great game that's FIFA on PS3 and just innovate on top of it to create something people haven't experienced it before, and the reaction we're getting this week has been fantastic. So we're really happy.
Fantastic. And just to wrap up then, who's going to win the Premier League this season?
Well, my heart would love to say Liverpool. I think that's unlikely. It's funny, obviously I live in Vancouver now and we get so much Premier League, which is fantastic, but on the flight over here, reading all the pundits, everyone's going Chelsea. I don't know, I mean, you know, they've had a good start, they've won their first 2 games, but I still think Man United, if I'm honest. You know, obviously there's the Fergie factor now has gone with David Moyes, but it's still a great team, and I'm just surprised everyone's going Chelsea. I'm going to say United.
Thanks very much for talking to us, Nick. The game's looking amazing. If you want to see more of our Gamescom videos, we've got absolutely loads on our YouTube channel, so make sure you check them out and subscribe. That is youtube.com/PlayStation Access.